This video is going to be useful for new beginners that they started learning Flutter, or even if you are a student who is needing a graduation project, and this is maybe useful for you. This application was supposed to be for a customer, and unfortunately he didn't receive the application. So I decided to make it public in my GitHub, and of course the code is going to be in the description in my GitHub account. So let's run the app again. Until it's run, I'm going to explain the folders here. Here you will find the constants of the application. Here is going to find the text style for most of the app. Actually, you will find it here. You can add whatever you want here, or just you can create your own file later. Of course, there is the color that I used in the application. You can use your own. And here is the static list that I use in the application. Here we have the actions map, and here we have the places map with a location, a subtitle, and a network image, a URL for an images. So that's it for the constant file. Here is the data layer folder. Here you will find two files, one for, oh, by the way, this application is connected to Firebase. Let's see the application. It's running right now. This is the onboarding screen, and as you see, you can use it or you can change it however you want. Here in the beginning of the app, a string variable that telling us what is the favorite language of the user or the last selection of the user selection, and it's null by default, so it's not going to show you any correct value here. I'm going to fix this anyway later. Here I enabled authentication, Firebase authentication, and Firestore database, and of course the storage for uploading and saving the profile images and the ads images. The app was supposed to be a real estate app for coast cities, and here we can log in to use the application. But first, let's skip login and use it as anonymous user. If you see here, you have anonymous user. Just log in today. Of course, this is random images I used to just test the application. Here you can add a new ad, but of course you can't because you are a guest. Just you can browse the app, you can call the number of the customer, you can open the image, you can zoom it, zoom out, you can also return, and here if you go, you will find about the app, the terms of the app, and log out. And of course, if you go to settings or favorite post, you need to log into this page. Let's log in with my account, and here in this page you can just unsee the password, and of course you can sign up a new account. It says invalid password. This also messages appear, and you can control it from the code. I think the password was 0. Okay, now it's working. We can search for titles here, and here in the search bar it's going to return all the ads here in the Firebase storage and take the titles and save it in a list and show it here in a list box here, or a search box here. Here it's taking the title, and I will show you in seconds. Of course you can close it. You can find your ads by the place what you are looking for, a rent apartment or villa or chalet or land or shop. I'm going to say villa or villa. Select the place. Here in Egypt we have this cool place called Dahab. You will find the ads. Of course we can now, like, because you are a user, you can add a new ads in the application for all users. You can see in a grid view or just in normal view. Also you have here this 3 dots. You can edit and delete the post, but I don't want to do this now. And in the settings here you have a picture. You can upload a picture. Let's using a camera to upload a picture, or picking an image. We're gonna take a picture of my keyboard, and if you upload it, you will find it here, and you will find it here in storage and profile users. The last one was this. You can name it however you want with the title and random number, and here's the data of your image. Of course you can edit your name, you can edit your password, you can edit your phone, your status, and you can change the language to Arabic, and you can go here, change it to English. And there is also a wrapper. This is useful and tricky part. If you are already logged into an application, if we restart the app or we just close the app and open it again, and I don't want to log in. I just want to, if I'm already log in, I don't want to go to login screen anymore. Okay, as you see, it's going to straight to the main page. But if we log out and if we rerun the application again, you will find it's going to the start page here. Now let's go to the code. Here is the data layer. This is the ads database servers, which control all the Firebase logic of uploading and adding or updating existing ads. As I see, I just commenting here this add section. You will find the add function and the update function and the delete function. Here is upload image function, picking image. You can use it in the add section and also in the user profile section. And here is a getting data or fetching data functions and the future of list of our model. Here is add model and here is the models. We have two models in this app, add model and user model, and this is the class or the file dart file of a user database service. Okay. Close all of this. After that, here you will find the widgets. Here was the button navigation bar widget. It's a plugin or package I use to just, controlling the animation when I press the icons down there, as you see. Now, if I click here, okay, let's log in to show you. Here, if you press, you will find it's popping up and change its color. As you see, the animation. This controls the whole animation. And of course, it controls the list of the screens. You can add more screens, but if you add more screens here, you need to add another controllers. And here also, you will just Command and D, double this code and changing its name. And down there, you're going to dispose the new controllers. And here you can add icon buttons in this row and change these values with the right one. And error widget, this I used to use it, but it is going to make you a glassy card. And here is you will find all of the custom widgets I use and the provider I provide here to manage the state of the application, the state of the language button that I used before. And as you see, here is the initial value of the selected language is the favorite language, which is located in the main Dart here, which is null at the beginning of the app because I uninstalled the app and reinstalled it again. So the value that is stored in the shared preferences storage or device storage is null. It's nothing. So can't tell you anymore. So we are gonna to change this and tell him if it's null, it's supposed to be EL. Okay, it's never going to be null because it is here not null, but we can tell it by doing this. Okay, let's work on that. Because if it's null, it's going to turning it to a string and it's going to be null string, which is we don't need here. And we will just use this instead if it is null. And here the authentication services of login and sign up and the message that appearing in the start page on the login page. You'll find it all here. And of course, it is using provider because I'm providing this loading boolean value to tell if it's loading or not, to change the loading widget that show when you press login or doing any action. This was a provider package or a provider folder. And of course, here is the screen all about the authentication. You will find here the OS switch and the wrapper and the login screen. I'm going to show what is the wrapper right now. If you don't know what is an OS wrapper, the sign up screen and the start screen. Of course, it's huge code you'll find here, but it is easy to understand because it is repeated. I didn't want to perform much work in this application because it was a free work or a free project, and I didn't want to waste my time in this project, After that, you will find the home drawer, about, home drawer, and settings, and terms, privacy. And here is the home pages. Here is all screens related for the ad screen, and here is onboarding. Here is also the main page, which is all ads that's appearing in the main page, and find places where it is that button here. When you press, you will load these widgets here. And this is for the home screen. This is the rest here of this page. And this is the onboarding screen. This is a model that we are using, and this is the onboard screen. It's simple screen. Don't panic of this old code. It's so simple. If you just looking for it, you will understand. It's long because I adding a lot of widgets and containers and row and text, and it's easy to understand if you are a beginner or you are an expert or junior in Flutter. And here you find the utilities that I use, which is going to the file that I translate all the app. By the way, I'm using Git package to translate my app. I'm going to show you the main file right now. Here I'm using Git material app and using translate through this class here and getting the local language or switching language depending on that. And if we press here to translate, you will find a map which is getting you the keys of this Arabic language, and you can create another file for French or Hindi or anything you want. And here is the class again, turning it or getting it the keys of the language that he is going to translate for you. Here's the map of Arabic, all map, and this is the class that we are using. It's very simple when you are using Git to translate your app. It's just two files. I mean the hard work here to writing it, for translating it, and just need time, and it's just simple class you are using with the Git package. Let me know if you want to teach you how to translate your application in a small video. And here's just dismiss keyboard. I use this class to just dismiss the focus of my text field if I press anywhere in the screen away of the keyboard. It's dismissing the keyboard. I use this file in all my projects. Actually, I just copying it and use this widget, dismiss keyboard, in above any widget or any text field I use. And you can also wrap your all material app with this dismiss keyboard, and all your application is going to be unfocused when you press away of the keyboard. The last part of this video, I'm going to show you the main application. Here we have important variables. This is related to onboarding. Is the customer see the onboarding or not, and the user ID and the favorite language of the user choice, and if the user fair to view the ads in a grid mode or not. And here is shared preferences variable I use globally on my app after I initialize it here. I initialize it here twice. I think it's bad coding, but no problem. I was testing something. And here I'm getting the variables from my storage or caching storage. And here a feature of Firebase initializing the app for Firebase. And this is to disable the rotation. I need my application just in portrait mode. And now I run the app. I'm passing the future here or the initialization of Firebase to this my class. You don't need this anymore. No, I think I'm using it to just know what is the initial values, but I don't need this. Here is a future builder. It's going to, if there is a value here or Firebase has been initialized, I'm gonna to check if snapshot has data. Okay, let's go. And if not, showing error, if else showing loading. The error happens if the snapshot has error. And here in the data, I'm providing my providers, and here in the Git material app, I'm using Git material app because I'm using Git to translate the app, but I don't like to use it. I just use it here to translate my application. And if I'm making English application, just English without any other language, I won't use GitX. And here I use some of my roots, not all of my roots. I just using my roots. This is the correct way to do it, and the best practices to write here your roots, and don't just do what I did in the rest of the project, because I'm navigating using material page root, and this is not very nice. You should using named routing and the translation as you see, and the local. Okay, that's it for this code. You will find here the code here in my repositories. Here you will find it Ghost version 1. You can download the code and use it in your project. I'm going to update this code right now. And that's it. Don't forget to visit my website, iflips.net. I'm creating cool tips about Flutter. It's going to make you better Flutter developer. Oh, by the way, I'm Wahid, Flutter developer engineer. And if you need a Flutter developer, this is my portfolio. You can see my resume here and see my work samples here. And of course, my communication, you can send me an email here, or you just contact me on WhatsApp or Facebook or anything. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.